Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is a review, kind of also just a review slash a just kind of talking about why you, as a church creative or a content creator, should get the DJI Mic Minis. DJI has been a game changer in their industry. They do amazing drones, gimbals, action cameras, and mics, and they do a lot of other stuff. But their stuff is high quality and not gonna blow out your bank. It's going to they're more affordable than those companies, especially to this high of caliber. Some of their stuff is more on the expensive side, but a lot of their stuff is hundreds of dollars and not thousands of dollars. So yeah, this video is not sponsored at all in any way, shape, or form by DJI. I'm not getting any money from them, but if DJI is looking for a sponsorship or anything like that, hit me up. I would love to. I love all your products. But yeah, let's talk about what's in the box.
What's in the box?
So the box is this. This is your box that you get. Um, that's what it's all going to come into. It's all going to be laid out. I've already opened up the box because I needed to use them for a social media post. So yeah, so we got the version that comes with two mics, a receiver, and the charging case. And this is what the charging case looks like. You have your two mics, so the little fluffy things are my mics. So like that. I have that. I have the little air wind attachment just because it looks good and you can actually fit it inside the case with all that. Then it comes with the receiver. Comes with the receiver. Where's the receiver? I think it's focusing. Which is you're gonna need that to actually be able to receive the transmission from the actual mics to the camera. It comes with a little phone attachment, which is kind of difficult to get. Little phone attachment, so then you can just put it straight into your phone. And last but not least, the actual cable that you put into your that you link the receiver into your actual camera. It is a lot of stuff, but I mean, it does its job. I mean, it all fits compactly right into the actual case. So then I don't have to actually like have a bunch of stuff and have it all scattered. It's all right here. And what's nice about the case is whenever you open it and you pull it out, it all is already linked up to it. Automatically links up to everything. So it has both receivers are on, and then I pull them out and they're already on and ready to go. All that I have to do is plug the receiver into the camera. Yeah. So and then it also you do get two more attachments. The black version of those little wind mic cover things. One thing that you are missing with it is that you can't put a lav mic into it. So like at the DJI Mic 2s, you have a at the top I can put a lav mic into them. You can't do that with these. So you are limited in that sense of it just has to be on your person. You can't like hide it and have like a cord coming up and then getting the audio that way. But that's a small minor thing. I mean, these are so small that it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so let's talk about actually the size of it since we're kind of getting into it already. The size, I mean, these things are tiny. So let me just pull off the thing. These things are so tiny. They're so nice. I love the fact that they're tiny. They have little, just like the DJI mics, they have a little magnet attachment. Um, and they're just nice. They're easy to put to hide. So if you have someone who you're like, oh, I need it to hide, take off the little breaker thing, and then you can just hide it on their person. A little bit easier than you can hide these big ones. And they're not as distracting. Like I feel like because I have this big one on me, it's a little bit distracting. It's also because it's heavier. It's kind of pulling my shirt so that my shirt is more wrinkled at the top. So if you're one, these are way lighter, so it's not going to do that. But yeah, so size wise, they're super tiny. And I love it. I love it. Especially for like a mini mic. A nice thing about them being so small is also their price is small compared to like most. The DJI Mic 2s, or I'm sorry, the DJI Mic Minis are $170 about. I think it's like 169 or something like that. So for for the whole setup, so for the case, the two mics, the receiver, that will all cost you $170. For the mic twos, if you were to do the whole case and everything, that's $350. So it is like that punch up. Now you are losing a lot of features that the mic twos have, but if you're using these for like social media and stuff like that, you don't really need the mic twos. That's more overkill. The mic twos can be good for like testimonies and bigger shoots, like in that sense. I wouldn't bring these on those bigger type shoots just because they're not as good of quality. They're not, because you can't have the lav mic and stuff into them. You kind of are limited in that sense. But yeah, I mean, the price point's not bad for what they are. I mean, they're great. You have some key features with these as well that I really like. So one is that it, with the charging case and everything, it is 48 hours of operating time, meaning that you don't have to charge them as frequently. You can use them for longer. So I think, so the two mics and the receiver have 11, 11 and a half and 10 and a half hours of operating time of battery life, which is awesome. So the receiver, the transmitter and the receivers have up to 11 and a half hours of operating life, and 10 hours of 10 and a half hours of battery life. So you're not having to charge them as frequently. You can I don't charge my stuff as much. So like I will kind of forget, or just I'll have it in my backpack for a while, and I know that I have at least a while if I don't record for 10 hours. If I record for like an hour each time, even with like my YouTube videos, I usually do about 20 to 30 minutes, depending. I'm not having to charge them as frequently. And yeah, I like that. Another key feature is that it has active noise canceling. So with this, you get a basic noise canceling and a high noise canceling. So for like if you're indoors, you can just do the basic one. And then if you're outdoors and you're in high noise places, it will cancel that out. So I already kind of talked about it, but another key feature that made me go, "Oh, I need these," is the fact that it has a phone attachment. Uh, a lot of the new mics that are like these wireless mics, are getting that phone attachment now, which is awesome. But I love the fact that it has it, because then if, let's say that I have on my team, I have two people using the cameras and I need someone to record a reel, I can just give them my phone, they plug it right into it, and then they can go, and they're not having to wait for a camera, and they'll feel confident because it sounds great, because you don't really have to do anything. And then the last key feature that I'm going to talk about is the automatic limiting. So if someone's talking too loud, it will know, and it will drop the levels down so that it will try to make sure that you're not peaking. There's also different ways that you can make it not peak, but that is really cool that it has that feature on it. One thing that I like about the receiver is the fact that there's a little dial. So if you look, focus, there's a little dial right here. And that dial is, you can go from, so 0, +6, +12, -6, -12. So if you have someone and they're talking too loud, and you're like, "Ooh, I really need to drop it down," instead of having to do it on the camera, you can just literally just, "Oh, I can drop it down by 6 decibels, or I can drop it down by 12 decibels, depending on how loud they are, or how your camera's set up." So if your camera is put at a low audio level, you can bump it up to +12. So then it can probably start picking up stuff. So that's really, really cool that they have that. Uh, that's like one minor thing. They probably just did it because the receiver for the mini, or for the mic twos, is a little bit bigger. So probably just to kind of save room, keep it to that mini uh structure. They did that. But it is nice that you can adjust it with the little scroll wheel thing, your decibels, which is cool. So yeah, I think that these are really important for creative teams, because, and church teams if you are looking for them, because again, they're good for social media. if you're wanting a mic that isn't going to sound or isn't going to be super noticeable like these are, which I mean, I keep saying these are, I'm just comparing it to that. You have that option with those small mics, and it's great quality. It's great sound. You're not losing out on quality, honestly, on the sound because if you do your settings right and everything, the DJI mic minis can sound better than the DJI mic twos. I think so. From some of the comparison videos that I've watched, I was like, oh, I kind of think that the DJI mic minis are sounding a little bit better than the DJI mic twos. Now it's not like big or anything like that, but it is kind of noticeable in some videos. So that is that's one thing that you're not going to be losing out on is sound quality, and they're just small, they're affordable, so you're not having to break your bank. They've been super useful for our creative team. Like I kind of said, I can just kind of they're really easy to use, so I'm not having to teach my I'm not having to like really show my team how to use them. I'm just kind of like, hey, here you go, and then they can kind of figure it out because it's very self-explanatory. They could just kind of plug it into a phone or plug it into the camera, and they're pretty confident that they know what to do with it. But yeah, that's it for the video. If you're looking to get your own DJI mics, minis, or the DJI mic 2s or anything like that, I'll have them linked down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep up with my videos. I'm gonna try to post every Friday. That is my goal. Um, that's what I'm gonna try to do. I had a set of time, so and I feel like Fridays are just a good time because it's right before the weekend. So yeah, like I say here at the end of all my videos, don't forget to learn, create, and inspire, and I'll see you in the next one.